So this is my very much ad hoc battery storage, quick tool access, whatever you want to call it. And my two chargers there. It's going to be 3 on the next one. And the way I'm going about doing this is I've got some scrap materials that I'm going to use for my new storage location. At my work I get these in. These are just, well, they're kind of cover sheets. It's a type of 3-ply, very poor quality. But the thing is that it will suit my purpose perfectly. I'm just going to build some very lightweight shelves with it. The first thing I had to do was I had to measure my batteries, and they were 85 millimeters across. And of course I had to figure out, because I wanted to have 4 across each shelf, or the ability to put 4 across each shelf. The 9 amp hour batteries that I've got, as well as the 6 amp hour batteries I've got pretty much the same form factor. So it was a pretty easy math. So I put my dimensions onto my sheet there, and then I measured my height, and I was giving it 115 mil, but then I also wanted to make sure that it was pretty clear that I needed at least that height, the same height, because the Sutton drill bits were a little bit bigger than the batteries. Length was pretty simple. I was going to make about 200 deep. I think I ended up making them 190 deep. 195 deep. So I had my measurements and I was pretty much ready to go. All I had to do now was cut and glue it up. Setting up this DeWalt table saw is dead easy. The rack and pinion sled there just makes it so easy, down to the millimeter. I set it to 195, turned it on, and started the cuts. I whipped down the sheets as I needed to, and made each one of them the ripping cuts. It was pretty straightforward. That Diablo blade just does a fantastic job. Beautiful, clean, sharp cuts. Notice no tear out even on this really cheap plywood. Turning the blade or the machine off, and then adjusting my fence. These supports are only 25 mil, about a 1 inch wide. Easy cutting. After I got these done, it was time to move on to do my cross cutting. With an overall width of this small cabinet at 36 centimeters, I had to take into account the thickness of each board, which is about 4 mil, which is just a hair over 1/8 of an inch. Was going to fit each of the shelves on the inside of the cabinet. I pre-drilled the holes for the back of the cabinet and made it easier to mount on the wall. In the next video, I'm actually going to be setting up my wall with French cleats, and I'll be putting this cabinet back up using French cleats. I edited right there because you didn't need to see the comedy routine that was me trying to put this thing up on the wall. But anyway, there it is. It works beautifully. It holds a lot more than I expected. Now, it's time to go. Can't wait to see you next time.